Hello, folks. Welcome to your channel Add Value to Lives. Today, we are talking, conversating, chatting with Rohit Singh. He is entrepreneur with within an IT domain, very strong personality, and hopefully, he should be joining in few seconds. And here he is. So, welcome, Rohit Bhai. Welcome to our channel. Welcome.
Namaskar, and
Namaskar.
thanks for having me live, Mr.
Uh,
Bipulji.
Yeah,
Yep.
much appreciate despite your busy schedule and on the
Mhm.
Saturday evening you've given us time. We are honored. We appreciate your presence. Thank you.
I'm excited to be here, and thanks for having me this opportunity.
Much appreciate. So let's start the conversating journey chat. Let's begin the chat. Um, Tell us about yourself, Rohit bhai.
Rohit Singh was born in Patna, in Bihar, in India. Yes, in
Yeah.
northwest part of India, and
Mm-hmm.
did my schooling from St. Karen's High School.
Right.
There I did ICSE,
Mm-hmm.
Junior Cambridge,
Mm-hmm.
and after doing my year 10, I went to New Delhi for my year 12, and
Right.
I went to Greenfield School in Safdarjung Enclave, and I
Mm-hmm.
completed my year 12 from there, CBSE,
Mm-hmm.
and then I went to Bangalore in 1997. I did bachelor's of business management in marketing was my specialization
Right.
from Bangalore University,
Mm-hmm.
and I completed that bachelor's of business management in marketing in year 2000.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Soon after I completion of my bachelor's of business management, I came to Melbourne in RMIT,
Mm-hmm.
Royal Melbourne Institute of Technology, and I did my master's of information technology in IT,
Right.
internet and web computing.
Right.
And I was also a tutor of PHP programming. I got high distinction in my subjects, so I was a
Mm-hmm.
tutor of PHP programming. I graduated in 2001,
Mm-hmm.
and since then I worked for various corporates
Mm-hmm.
like Foxtel, Computer Science Corporation, EDMC. I was a .NET architect. I was a team leader, and I occupied various positions in different big corporates.
Mm-hmm.
Then in 2008, I got married in 2008.
That's good.
and then
That's good.
with my wife, I got married in India, and then with my wife I went to United States,
Mm-hmm.
Boston, and
Wow.
I was working as a manager of innovation technology at American Student Assistance,
Mm-hmm.
and I
Mm-hmm.
also took a course at Harvard Business School,
Awesome. Awesome.
entrepreneurship, business transformation, and business innovation. Over
That's
there
good.
in Harvard Business School, I leaded a team of 10 people,
Mm-hmm.
proposing cloud-based marketing platform, and I was the CEO of the company and bidding for the project in front of hundreds of investors.
Right. Right.
So yeah, and at the same time, I was working full time as a manager for innovation technology team.
Mm-hmm.
From 2008 to 2014, I was in United States, and then in
Mm-hmm.
2014 I came back,
Mm-hmm.
and I started my company actually Idea to Network in United States itself. It's
Right.
registered in United States, and then I continued with my company Idea to Network Proprietary Limited
Mm-hmm.
in 2014, and then I
Mm-hmm.
did a consulting as a sole entrepreneur. I consulted through my companies in big
Mm-hmm.
corporation like CPA, Chartered Practice Accountancy. I worked for large corporation, Simplot, and a few ones as a site code developer.
Mm-hmm.
And
Mm-hmm.
right now, I'm working on the latest technology that is, as per the Microsoft CEO Satya Nadella, he says
Mm-hmm.
that cloud first and mobile first technology.
Mm-hmm.
So
Mm-hmm.
I moved from website creation to cloud first and mobile first technology.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Mm-hmm.
as part of my initiative, I'm building a cross platform app that
Mm-hmm.
runs
Mm-hmm.
on internet,
Mm-hmm.
mobile,
Mm-hmm.
and on iOS and Android. So there is one code base that works
Mm-hmm.
on all platforms.
Awesome. Awesome. Awesome.
So
Awesome.
that's what I've been doing recently, and that's what I've been doing since 2014.
Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Quite a good run through for what you've done. Like basically two aspects that you've, I think, covered. One or studied rather is marketing and IT. So,
That's
which it seems to be a very strong combination.
right.
Yeah. Um, what is the passion, marketing or IT or both?
I love both, but
Mm-hmm.
I find myself more a technocrat
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
rather than a marketer. I am very good at technology, and I
Mm-hmm.
love to be hands-on technology, like developing my own code and writing my own architecture.
Mm-hmm.
So I
Mm-hmm.
enjoy more being a technocrat.
Beautiful, beautiful. Um, Generally, what we see is the students who study graduations or post graduations, they go for a job
Mhm.
and they remain in the job for quite a longer term or a long while. But in
Right.
your case, it seems it was a shorter stint, and you straight away jumped into entrepreneurship. Why was
Yeah.
that?
I think I was a born entrepreneur, and
Awesome. Mm-hmm.
I always question the status quo, and
Mm-hmm.
I always have question regarding why things are done in a particular way.
Mm-hmm.
And
Mm-hmm.
so I educated myself in those areas,
Mm-hmm.
and I
Mm-hmm.
see a lot of people from my background jumping into different industry, but I
Mm-hmm.
jumped into my own industry where my bread and butter was, that was in IT. And
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
moving to USA, the Silicon Valley of world in Boston area, there
Mm-hmm.
was a startup in every corner.
Mhm, mhm,
Right.
mhm,
So I
mhm,
did a
mm,
startup course at MIT as well, in the
mhm,
Massachusetts Institute of Technology, and
mhm,
I did a business entrepreneurship from Harvard. So
mhm.
these were the changing
Kind of.
point in my life. Yeah,
Mm, mm, mm,
and
mm, mm,
that's how I went to entrepreneurship. And
mm,
I think entrepreneurship is good because you're creating jobs and helping youngsters. I'm hiring
mhm.
a couple of the college graduates on a internship, and I am educating them in the latest technology as well.
Awesome, awesome. That's very good gesture. That's very good gesture. Um, s- so you've been operating your company, I would say, for more than 5 years now?
That's right.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Um, are you happy in what you're doing?
I love it. I love
You
it
love it.
because I design my own day. Like
Mm-hmm,
I plan my own day, and
mm-hmm,
I set my own goals, and I
mm-hmm,
set my own priorities, and
mm-hmm,
I take most challenging jobs myself. And
mm-hmm,
I
mm-hmm,
work in two different teams. I have a
mm-hmm,
team here in Australia, and I have a
mm-hmm,
team in India as well.
mm-hmm,
So I coordinate two different teams,
mm-hmm,
and
mm-hmm,
I am very passionate and enthusiastic about what I do. I just
mm.
love technology.
Amazing, amazing, amazing. Uh, how has the growth been in last 5 years for you in terms of your own internal growth, in terms of your network growth, in terms of your kind of financial growth? How has it been? To the desired level, or you're still trailing?
It isn't to the desired level, but I'm happy with the a club, the accomplishments that I have achieved so far.
Mm-hmm,
It's
mm-hmm,
been a very organic growth. It hasn't
mm-hmm,
been a growth that's a random growth, the growth overnight. It has been a very,
mm-hmm,
very organic growth.
mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
So right from consulting myself from one person to a 10% team now, I have
Awesome,
grown,
awesome.
and
Mm-hmm,
Basically, I would like to grow more and
Mhm,
get
mhm,
more
mhm,
bigger projects. Right now, I'm a member of multiple networking groups here,
mhm, mhm,
and I'm gaining a lot of networks, and
mhm, mhm,
I'm thinking that I will get more clients. My target
mhm,
is to
mhm.
get 20 clients in next 1 month, and we'll
Okay,
run
great.
20 projects together and
Mhm, mhm,
grow a bit more. And I want to be a local Australian company and help out
mhm,
the local residents of Australia.
mm, mm, mm. How how is it helping, or how will it help uh, to the local people? That's a second question. But the first question is, what are your service areas? What are your deliverables? What is your product that you are making and you wish to give out to your prospective customers or service buyers or clients? What are those products or what are those services?
So
Why should
basically,
people come to you?
yeah, because I'm best in the market. and
That's a good one. Yeah.
and I provide the cutting edge technology.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
In terms of computing, there are lots
Mm-hmm.
of challenges.
Mm-hmm.
Recently, I uploaded my website with artificial intelligence. So
Mm-hmm.
there is
Mm-hmm.
a robotic chat window. You can chat to the
Right. Right.
robot, and
Mm-hmm.
we are doing mobile computing cross-platform on
Mm-hmm.
native
Mm-hmm.
script and Vue.js. That is a
Mm-hmm.
cross-platform, and that works on all the three different technology. So this is a quite industrial problem, that we have a technology that works on iOS and then it
Mm-hmm.
works on Android. So you got to
Mm-hmm.
have a multiple code base for all these three. Now with the technology that I'm working on, you have a
Mm-hmm.
one code base that works on multiple platforms. So
Right.
I'm solving that problem, and so it's cost cutting as well. You don't need multiple teams. You just
Mm.
need one team, and they can
Mm.
develop apps. So it's cost
Right.
cutting. It's beneficial for small businesses, because the
Okay.
small businesses doesn't have the capability to
Mm.
invest like the big corporate clients has. They
Mm.
have a very limited resources they can invest.
Mm.
So my target clients are tradies, basically tradies
Oh,
and
okay.
small business owners, like
Mm-hmm.
plumbers and small business owners, right, who has got 5 to 10 employee. And
Okay.
I bring them on cloud mobile computing and cloud based computing.
Okay. Okay. That's
So
interesting. Mm-hmm.
I build their own custom apps so that they
Mm-hmm.
can streamline their business
Right.
and
Okay.
make them better than their competitors.
Oh,
So
awesome.
that's my target market, basically.
Right, right, right. Okay, so I think it'll be more helpful to this small business or the small professionals or the tradies, because they
Yeah,
really need support. They do things manually. What I have seen or what we see, if
yeah,
they get into a little bit of automation and they've saved the time, then they can
right.
invest that time into the work outside and make more revenue or money for themselves. So I think that that is where it adds value to them.
Yeah, I can give you a scenario. Say, for
Yeah.
example, the plumber and he has got
Mhm.
10 employees,
Mm,
right?
mm, mm.
So the plumbing job starts with something called giving the code, like what is the
Quote, yeah,
code, right?
yeah,
So
yeah, yeah.
one plumber goes to the house. He can be
Mm,
a like an internship, like
mm,
internship
mm,
plumber,
mm, mm,
and he
mm,
takes the photo, and
mm,
then he comes back. If he is doing it manually, then he takes the photo and all those things. But with
mm,
my app, what they can do
mm.
is they can take the photo of the work they need
Area.
to do,
Mm,
upload
mm,
it
mm,
within the app, and get the approval and the quotes
mm.
immediately there and then.
Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful.
So
Mm,
it makes them more efficient. And another part of that is they need some materials to buy,
mm,
trade
mm, mm,
materials to fix. So my
mm,
app also provides them a comparative price from
mm,
different stores, where they
mm,
can compare the price of a certain material, where he is
mm,
getting the cheaper from which place, and he can
mm.
buy it from there. So
mm,
there
mm,
are
mm, mm,
different processes that I have automated and
mm,
made it efficient
mm,
and time efficient, basically,
mm, mm,
so
mm.
they can do their job more smoothly and frictionless, basically.
Makes sense. Makes sense. Makes sense. Makes sense. So this is how I think it will help the small trader community and in turn help people as well, because it
Right,
then becomes a little bit of cost efficient, so that the
right.
same efficiency can be passed on to the customer, so they get better service, efficient service at a cost effective price. Hopefully, correct.
Right.
Um, what what are your, I would say, key three strengths you have, which you bank on regularly? Three strengths of yours.
Okay, my key strengths are I'm very hardworking
Awesome. Yeah.
and I'm a go-getter
Okay. Good. Good. Good.
and I'm a problem solver.
Awesome. Awesome. Awesome.
So
Awesome.
basically in my life as a coder, as a coding hands on, I don't
Mm,
want to give myself a name as the owner of the company. I like to get
mm,
down and work with my worker, and if
mm-hmm,
there is
mm-hmm,
like a bug or computing problem, I
mm-hmm,
solve it. I rely on myself with my computing skills. I go
mm-hmm,
to the end and I try to solve it. So these are my
mm-hmm.
key strengths that I have.
Beautiful. Beautiful. What is that one challenge? One, I wouldn't say problem or issue, but one challenge on which you are working that is to do with you.
The one challenge that I see is I'm getting older, and
Mm.
so I want to be more active. Now with the
Mm-hmm,
COVID-19, the gyms have closed, and
mm-hmm, mm-hmm,
I haven't been exercising. I was doing some cycling before, but
mm-hmm, mm-hmm,
I need to do more physical exercise so that
mm-hmm,
I have the same energy and enthusiasm when I
mm-hmm,
had 10
mm-hmm,
years back. 10 years back.
mm-hmm,
So I need to
mm-hmm,
work on that.
mm-hmm. Do you read, other than your subject, do you read anything else? Like which
I
self-help or
don't,
motivation or leadership or something like that?
yeah, there are a lot of.
Or listen, basically.
I do listen to podcast. I'm a member
Mm-hmm,
of BNI, and they have lots of podcasts. But with my busy schedule, day-to-day
mm-hmm,
life, I really don't get much chance to read or listen. But I
mm-hmm,
would love
mm-hmm,
to stretch this 24 hours if I could and
mm-hmm,
make more
mm-hmm,
time. And I would love to do more studies and listen to those podcasts from different leaders.
mm-hmm. What motivates you or what kicks you, kind of a daily morning that, hey, Rohit, let's get out of the bed and straight get into the action. What motivates you daily?
My family. I have a beautiful family, both
Amazing.
in
God bless.
India
Yeah.
and Australia. I'm
Yeah.
married, and I have a 10-year-old son and a
Mm-hmm.
beautiful wife.
Mm-hmm.
So basically, they motivate me to get up in the board in the
Okay.
morning and
Mm-hmm.
start my work. And a beautiful
Mm-hmm.
night's sleep. Whenever I have a very nice, good sleep, I wake up fresh in the morning, and
Mm-hmm.
and always there is some technological challenges, like we
Mm-hmm.
solving one or people's problem or technological challenges. So
Mm-hmm.
family life,
Mm-hmm.
technological challenges, and it's never monotonous in my field. It's never monotonous. It's always challenging. You're doing a
Right.
new you're doing a new
Right.
thing, so that
Right.
keeps me
Right.
motivated. That keeps me
Correct.
motivated.
Right. 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 Now, the work that you do, I understand it's part of technology, so there's no kind of geographical boundary. Uh, do you do work locally, nationally, or internationally?
Right now I'm located in Point Cook in the western suburb of Melbourne, but I
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
target all over the world,
Mm-hmm.
starting with a small market segmentation of local traders in western suburb. Then I
Mm-hmm.
plan
Mm-hmm.
to grow up internationally, and so I will have clients all over the world.
Right. 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 Right.
Yeah.
Right. 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 Do you see? the things what you are trying to do, what challenge is beyond you now? Now it's beyond you. The challenges that will come as you move forward, and how do you foresee to kind of tackle them, like a finance challenge, or like a space challenge, or like a people challenge, or whatever challenge. Do you foresee some challenge as you move forward?
Yeah, the challenges are with people.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Managing computer is easy because
Mm-hmm.
you give instruction to the computer and it does the work for you. Like a
Mm-hmm.
programming is the instruction that you give to the machine and it works. But it
Mm-hmm.
doesn't work when you're trying to manage people.
Mm-hmm.
People have their own emotions and their own
Emotions, yeah.
intelligence, their own mind frame, and
Mm-hmm.
different geopolitical situation they might have, family situation they might have,
Mm-hmm.
different mind frames they might have.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm always learning how to motivate other people, be a
Mm-hmm.
true leader,
Mm-hmm.
and get the best out of the people. And that's
Mm-hmm.
the most challenging work
Mm-hmm.
that I face and challenges in my work.
Mm-hmm. So, can we say or assume that you are a risk taker?
Yes, I am a risk taker.
Do you take risks as they come? Do you take them calculatively, or you're open to any kind of risk that comes, or you want to take?
Very calculative risk taker. I would
Okay.
like to study.
Mm-hmm.
In terms of my investment and things like that, I'm a very old school,
Mm-hmm.
very old
Mm-hmm.
school. So I don't buy risky shares or anything like that. Same
Mm-hmm.
way, I don't totally risk in my business as well. Very
Mm-hmm.
calculated, and I take a old school approach where I
Mm-hmm.
follow
Mm-hmm.
the process and I see
Mm-hmm.
there is value in that.
Mm-hmm.
Uh,
Mm-hmm.
Say, for example, I'm building an app for a restaurant.
Mm-hmm.
So
Mm-hmm.
I have a potential client already. That's why
Mm-hmm.
I'm taking this risk, even though the client has not signed up the proposal, but they will
Mm-hmm.
sign up. And
Mm-hmm.
so I'm taking the risk. I'm investing my own time and money building
Mm-hmm.
this app. So
Mm-hmm.
I take very calculated risk.
Right, right. And
Yeah.
how many times in past working life where you've taken the calculated risk, but you failed?
Yeah, that has happened a couple of times.
Mm-hmm.
When I was in United States, I tried to buy a house
Mm-hmm.
there,
Mm-hmm.
and my whole plan failed because I
Mm-hmm.
was not citizen there or green card in United States.
Mm-hmm.
So
Mm-hmm.
that has happened a couple of times in my past, but I
Mm-hmm.
learned from my mistakes and I move on and
Right.
try not,
That's a good approach. That's a good
yeah,
approach.
try,
That's a good approach.
yeah, yeah, and try not to make the same mistakes again.
Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. The things what you're doing today, assuming given a chance, and say you don't want to do the things what you're doing today, what was that one alternate that you would want to do?
Um, I would like to be a social entrepreneur.
Okay.
I want to help the poorest kid on earth
Mm-hmm.
with
Mm-hmm.
technology.
Mm-hmm.
My upbringing, I came from a very poor village in India, in
Mm-hmm.
Bihar. It's called
Mm-hmm.
Milkitori. And
Mm-hmm.
I have a story to tell you. Like, there was a school built by lower caste on my land,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
and all my relatives, because we belong to upper caste like a Rajput community, so all
Mm-hmm.
our relatives were saying to kick them out of that land.
Mm-hmm.
But what I want to do, since I'm educated, well settled, my family is well settled in America, Australia, India, everywhere, so we
Mm-hmm.
don't want these poor people out of my land. I want to
Mm-hmm.
further make them stronger,
Mm-hmm.
donate them money, buy them the computers, and
That's good.
train them, and one day I hire them in my own company.
Awesome. Good
So,
thought. Very good thought. Hmm.
yeah, so I want to help out the poorest. I want to be a social entrepreneur. Once I
Hmm. Hmm.
retire
Hmm.
and I have enough funds in my company, I want to
Mm-hmm.
donate and charity to the poorest kid on the earth,
That's good.
to connect them with latest technology.
Right. So when do you see that practically happening?
I have already started talking. I have already started talking to few NGOs. I
Mm-hmm,
may
mm-hmm,
form my own NGO as well, but
mm-hmm,
I'm giving
mm-hmm,
myself a couple of years. I have a target, financial target. I want to achieve $5 million for my company in
mm-hmm,
next
mm-hmm,
uh, in next 3 4 years. And once
mm-hmm,
I achieve that target, I will
mm-hmm,
start setting up my own. I already have some plans. Every
mm-hmm,
time I go
mm-hmm.
to India, I visit my village and I meet these people.
That's good.
So once I went there and I donated my iPad to them. That was the
Mm-hmm.
start. That was the start.
Beautiful. Be-
They can, you can get the mobile coverage, and you can connect that mobile with your iPad, and you can run internet. So that was
Mhm,
the
mhm,
start that I have done. But as soon
mhm,
as I progress more in my company,
mhm.
I will make that donation and make it happen.
Beautiful, 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 beautiful. Coming back to those kids or families where basically the kids through systems or through ITs or through technology, learning can reach to them. Historically, maybe we had to go to the school, but now
Yeah.
school can come on their own palm tops if
Right.
it has an internet or technology.
Right.
Um, do you reckon learning stops or learning always continues day in day out for anybody and everybody?
Learning always continues. I learn every day, and
Hmm.
learning never stop, because
Hmm.
learning is the key of your success and growth.
Right, right. How does learning help in a way? Give a
Learning,
small example. How does a learning help?
learning helps in every way, like solving day-to-day problems,
Hmm.
social problems, political problems,
Hmm.
IT problems.
Hmm.
It gives you satisfaction, the inner satisfaction of knowledge that you
Hmm.
get.
Hmm.
And
Hmm.
then you have
Hmm.
a very good night's sleep in the night, when you have achieved something and you have learned something. And
Hmm.
knowledge is the key. Like my family background, my father was an engineer,
Hmm.
uh,
Hmm. Hmm.
and he was educated. And even though our background are jamindars, do you know
Hmm.
jamindars?
Hmm. Hmm. Hmm.
Landlord,
Landowners.
landowner,
Landlord. Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
But we moved out into education sector. My dad went out and become engineer. Since
Right.
that, we valued the education much more than that. Now
Hmm.
I'm training my son into a Mac based, Apple based programming language in
Right.
day-to-day life. So he's
Hmm.
learning all that. So we are heavily investing in education.
Education. Right.
And at that, it's always learning. Learning never stops. Learning, always you learn something new. And
Hmm.
I still
Hmm.
have to learn, like with my business. Once I have got a stable clients,
Hmm.
I want to
Hmm.
do much more into artificial intelligence, robotics, big data,
Mm,
data mining, and
mm,
all those Internet of Things. I want to invest in Internet of Things. I want to do more R&D, research and development. I want to
mhm,
work with CISRO of
mm,
Australia. I've
mhm,
applied
mhm,
for them as well, and I want
mhm,
to do a lot of research. So this is
mhm,
all based of knowledge. The more the
mm,
knowledge
mm,
you earn, the more
mhm,
satisfaction you get in your life.
mm. Should you pass on that knowledge, the learning to people out there?
Yes, I'm already doing that. I'm hiring college graduates. They have a lot of
Hmm.
trouble, especially the people who come from Indian background or subcontinent. They
Hmm.
are they are engineers and masters of information technology, but they do
Hmm.
odd jobs. They work in
Mm,
7-Eleven restaurant. That's nothing related to what they have studied.
mm, mm,
So
mm.
I hire them, I give them internship and educate them. I
Okay, okay.
help out the community and build my own team as well. So I'm already doing that, passing my knowledge to the young generation.
Right, right, right. Okay. What subject would you give most importance? Money, customer service, productivity, your own development in terms of intrinsic development. What is that takes the first place?
Customer service. Customer is the king and customer is the
Hmm.
god. Without
Hmm.
customer, none of those other items will exist. So I'll
Hmm.
give first preference to customer.
Right. And in doing so, if you overrun the cost, you get into a negative, you get into a loss. Still, you would continue to do a customer service, or you will just kind of back out, or you raise up your sales price to the customer. How would you manage?
I will manage to an extent
Mm-hmm.
to because there would be some excuse me, the risk taking, and what you call there's a one good word for it. The It's not coming into my head at the moment, but
Okay.
like the gap analysis that you do,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
right?
Mm-hmm.
If it is within that gap analysis and I
Mm-hmm.
can bear that cost, I will try to bear it. Otherwise, I will raise that with my customer, that
Mm-hmm.
I know
Mm-hmm.
you like my awesome service, you are very happy
Mm-hmm.
with my customer service,
Mm-hmm.
but while doing that customer service to you, it's I am incurring more cost. would you mind
Mm-hmm.
uh, would you mind sharing that cost with me?
Mm-hmm.
So
Mm-hmm.
I will try to, after my limitation of providing this customer service, I'll raise
Mm-hmm.
that with my customer and try to make him pay for it if he can.
If he can, if he cannot, if he does not, then what happens?
If it doesn't happen to a point, I cannot, because I will have several customers, right? So I cannot let other customers suffer due to one customer. In that
Mm-hmm.
case, sometimes you have to say no to the business as well. You have to
Mm-hmm.
learn
Mm-hmm.
to say no.
Mm-hmm.
So if it crosses that limit and it crosses my budget, I'll have to
Mm-hmm.
learn to say no to them.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. What is um, if you had today $1 million with you right now, where would you invest in your business? Not proper investment, I'm saying. Within your business, where would you invest that $1 million? Man,
Uh,
it's a free giveaway. You don't have to return it back.
Right. I will set up my own office of
Mm-hmm.
20 developers,
Mm-hmm.
200 developer if I can,
Mm-hmm.
and buy all the latest computer equipments and the best
Mm-hmm.
skills in the market, and some
Mm-hmm.
fresh, invest in some college graduate and
Mm-hmm.
start training them. Even though I may not have client, but I have got the money to pay them. So I will
Mm-hmm.
straight away start forming that. I
Mm-hmm.
want to have a local Australian team with me,
Mm-hmm.
and have a full-fledged business and become a big corporate like Deloitte and Infosys and TCS. Try to
Mm-hmm.
move on that path. So I will expand my business. I will invest back into my business.
Beautiful. So if this is very clear that if you get $1 million, you would do this, right?
Right.
Have you approached people or entities or institutions for that money?
No, I haven't approached that. I know there are
Mm-hmm.
some angel investors and
Mm-hmm.
some venture capitalists.
Mm-hmm.
That's
Mm-hmm.
big culture in America. I used to be a part of Venture Cafe, and
Mm-hmm.
I don't see that culture here in Australia. I
Mm-hmm.
actually
Mm-hmm.
want to develop that culture here in Australia as well, and
Mm-hmm.
to have that venture capitalist. I don't have
Mm-hmm.
reached a lot of reach to such investors and venture capitalists. I've
Mm-hmm.
been organically funding myself
Mm-hmm.
in that
Mm-hmm.
sense. But that would
Mm-hmm.
be a good idea to get in touch with some venture capitalists and angel investors.
Yeah. So, say next a minute or so, speak out your pitch to those unknown angel investors out there who are listening to us right now or maybe tomorrow. Just
Yeah.
make 1 minute pitch for them. Just speak out your heart to them.
Okay. Hi, I'm Rohit Singh, founder director of Idea to Network Proprietary Limited. I work on cutting edge technology, native JS and Vue script, developing cross platform application that runs on internet on Android and iOS, solving
Mm-hmm.
customer problems for the tradies and a small
Mm-hmm.
business. Please help
Mm-hmm.
me out. I want to grow
Mm-hmm.
my team and make my ward, Harrison Ward, the Silicon Valley, hire
Mm-hmm.
some local people and work on the
Mm-hmm.
latest technology and
Mm-hmm.
make Harrison Ward a most livable place in on the whole Melbourne. Please help me
Hmm.
out. Invest some money in my company, and you will see your return coming within couple of years.
Beautiful,
Thank
beautiful.
you.
All the best. All the best. All the best. Um, Towards the end, in a way now, that what would you want to say to the aspiring entrepreneurs or the fresh or new entrepreneurs? Uh, your message to them, and it can be crisp and detailed, or can be at a little bit of length as well.
I would like to,
Inspire them.
yeah,
Inspire them.
I would like to conclude by saying Vasudevai Kutumbakam. Whole world is
Mm-hmm.
a family. You
Mm-hmm.
go out and chase your dream. Go out and
Mm-hmm.
try. And
Mm-hmm.
there is no age limit for it. You can be
Mm-hmm.
a fresher or you can be experienced.
Mm-hmm.
Just save a little bit of money and go out and try and give it a
Mm-hmm.
try so that you have never regret in your life that you never
Mm-hmm.
tried. You should try it out. And entrepreneurship, and it's a very good journey. You get to
Mm-hmm.
learn a lot and you can make a
Mm-hmm.
difference in the world. So go ahead and try.
Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Um, Anything else that you would want to say, Rohit bhai, before we kind of conclude?
I would like to appeal to people watching in my area in Western Suburb to help me out, get me some more projects, and I have a vision to employ local people from Harrison Ward. So please
Mm-hmm.
help me out. Go and check out www.idea2network.com.au and
Mm-hmm.
send us your request, and we build a customized app for any business, but particularly in tradies. So please reach out to me and help me prosper and make a Wyndham Council a livable council for all of us. Thank you. Namaskar.
Thank you, Rohit bhai. It was nice talking to you, much more insightful, and has given quite a fair bit of a good idea and understanding. And we wish you luck, that you succeed to your desired level and above. Okay, cool. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank
Bye.
you. Namaskar.